Okay, we've talked about this chart before, but I drew something different on it that I want to show you guys. So this is going to be BTC divided by NVIDIA. Where is it at? Do I have it here? I'm going to have to pull it up. Okay. I drew this chart in the Discord, and I put it in the Discord. So let me see where we're at here. Okay. So this is this BTC NVIDIA pair. We've been tracking this because there's alpha in this. Every time that this chart has broken out to these blow off tops, we've seen Bitcoin and crypto top. Okay. So it's basically an indicator. When this chart goes up, Bitcoin's outperforming NVIDIA and vice versa. Chart goes down, NVIDIA's outperforming Bitcoin. It's a pair trade. So the reason you watch this is because this is going to show you the rotation of capital from large tech stocks, the biggest companies, market cap companies in the world, the rotation from things like NVIDIA into riskier assets as in Bitcoin. That's how you know altcoins are going to start outperforming and the cycle is likely to top soon. So when this has a blow off top, that calls a cycle top on crypto. So what you've noticed here is you had this cycle top, you had this one in between. Yeah, this one in 17 cycle, this one in 21 cycle. We haven't had any type of blow off top at all on Bitcoin NVIDIA pair. But what did we have? For the first time in this entire downtrend since the last cycle top, which was in 2021, okay, on Bitcoin, this has been down only for the past 4 or 5 years. For the first time, we set a low here, a bottom, and we're trying to curl out of it. So here, right, what you did is you had a bottom, you kind of came up, and then you came back down, set a lower low. Same here, you know, it came up, lower low, right? Everything's just been a downtrend. Here, this is a little bit different, okay? You're seeing Bitcoin hold up stronger against equities, NVIDIA, and these large caps. You're starting to see this trend trying to reverse. Well, what does that mean? It means we're gearing up for the best part of the cycle. It means we're gearing up for a move similar to this. So I'll show you what it would look like. It's going to be something similar to a parabola. Let's see. Like this. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Something like this. Where you're going to see NVIDIA get outperformed by Bitcoin. And you're going to see this chart start to round out and curl up and create this, something like this. Whoops. Something steep. This is what you're looking for to say, okay, that's cycle topped. Something of this nature, right? Where you get this blow off top. Similar how you get these ones where it goes straight parabola. So you're going to see this pair trade go like this. When you get up into here, right, this region here, this region over here, right, when you start to see this parabola take place, that's when you know the rotation is taking place into risk assets. So again, I'm paying attention to this saying, okay, we haven't seen that risk appetite take place in this cycle yet. We haven't seen the appetite to go straight down the risk curve take place. So when I see this chart start to bottom out, I'm saying, okay, well, 3 times in the past it's done this. 2 times it's called cycle tops. We get this move again, that's going to be a great indicator as to the rotation into risk assets. It hasn't happened yet. So I look at it and say, okay, well, what are the probabilities? What are the chances that this is actually cycle's done, or we had a prolonged cycle, just took a little bit longer than normal, but we're still going to get that blow off top that we're looking for. Which one is it going to be, right? Now, we don't necessarily know, but the probabilities say that this is what would happen. Okay, I'm just expecting that to happen. So this is giving me a lot of confidence still that the risk asset rotation hasn't taken place at all. So this would be, I would say, up in here is cycle top, right? Is when you get this blow off. Now, let's see here. At least cycle top for Bitcoin. For Bitcoin itself, cycle topped. Then the rotation into altcoins will take place, okay? But it's that move of capital down further down the risk curve. All right, let's look at the VIX. VIX is looking good. Getting nuked on the VIX. That's what we want, right? We want volatility to go down. It's been straight down for the past couple of weeks. Good. That means equities are going to start doing well, which you see they have been, right? And climbing up. So we need to see these equities keep climbing up. And then let's look at the DXY. Look at this. Look at this. Who could have foreseen this? Had this, again, drawn out for months now. Look at this. So we said DXY breakdown is bullish, right? The US dollar, the value goes down in comparison in our pair trade with our risk assets. Our risk assets go up in value compared to the dollar. So we had this blow off top here. We lost this demand zone. You see this big nuke. We come into this demand zone, which makes more sense on the daily because it's how I had it drawn. Yep, see? You come into this demand zone. We curl back up here. We lost it. We retest it. We come back down. Then we lose this demand zone. So now I get the pleasure of changing this to supply. See what happened? See how these prices interact beautifully with these levels that I'm drawing? I said breakdown is bullish. I drew this, right? It's going to come here, here, come all the way down. Look what happened. Who could have foreseen? Came down, came up, came all the way down. Looks like now we lost this demand zone. This is huge because this demand zone was the last line of defense for the US dollar. Look at this. So this was clearly a major level right here. This green box holding up all this market structure is a huge level because we've held this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times before it actually broke down. This time it's actually breaking down. Well, if we broke down, which you see we are, and we're rejecting, now this went from support, rejecting, turning it into resistance. Look at the line I had drawn from here. We're coming straight down. So you're going to see all this market structure is going to get lost. You're going to come down into here and then down into here, this demand zone right here. And this double bottom was cycle top from 17. This was cycle top in 2021. Confluence. Crypto topped out in December and January 2018, December 2017. Look where the DXY was. Confluence, perfect confluence, called the top for altcoins, right? Because if the DXY is nuking, people are rotating out of US dollars and buying risk assets with it because risk assets are going to appreciate against the dollar if the value of the dollar is going down. So double bottom here. What is this? Look, alt season was right in here. May, April, March of 2021. That was last cycle's top for Bitcoin. Perfect confluence. That's the area we're trying to head back into right now. Look at this. You get this bitch to come back down into here to this demand level with these ones. There's your blow off top on crypto. It's lining up. It's lining up for this to take place later this year and for it to be an incredibly bullish summer. It is. It's lining up beautifully. So it's patience. It's patience, gentlemen. It's patience. It's understanding the data. It's understanding that I'm only going to do what makes sense mathematically, what makes sense from a money perspective. I'm not going based off of feeling. I'm not going based off of emotion. I'm looking at the charts and saying, what does the chart tell me? What are the probabilities? I'm going to make the correct decision based upon the probabilities. This is what it's telling me. Telling me more bullish than bearish this year. So those are the things that we're looking at. But what's to be really excited about is where we're at on coins like Pepe, Brett, Andy, and Wolf, because again, all I had to do was show you the levels on Pepe. If you want to see the take profits, the fib levels, the market cap targets on the boys club, well then join the Discord. Join the private Discord. It's the Taylor's code inside of the description. Links in the description. But this is oh look, the housekeeping's here. You're fine. Yeah, come in. You're good. Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. Yeah, go ahead. You're fine. So, but yeah, so that's my cue, gentlemen. All right, so I'm out of here. If you're not inside the Discord already, join up. Make sure you're inside the network, and let's go make some money. Let's make some fucking money this cycle. All right, let's do a little Mr. Producer. Got all them hoes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, peace.